So today I'm going to talk to you about 3 ways to remain a terrible jazz musician. Now, why am I framing it this way? Well, the famous investor Charlie Munger once gave a really important talk called How to Live a Miserable Life. And one of the things I learned from that talk was something called inversion thinking. And basically the concept is our brains are much better at finding problems than they are at finding solutions. So if you take a problem and you think about all the ways that you could make that problem worse and then do the exact opposite, it can actually be a lot more effective than the other way around. So anyway, let's jump into the video. So the first way you can guarantee that you won't get any better at jazz and music is to not concentrate on your ears. Instead of coming up with a way that you can work on your ears every single day, just say, that's not for me. I don't need to do any ear training. I don't need to get my ears better. You see, if you never think about your ears, you're never going to sound like a natural musician. Think about your favorite jazz players, the way they put phrases together. They're not just wiggling their fingers. The connection between their ears and their instrument is on a completely different level. And when you listen to their phrases, they sound natural, really well put together, and insanely melodic. This all comes from working on your ears. In fact, the more I read about my favorite musicians in history, the more I realize that every single one of them got their start by just playing along with records, working on their ears. If you work on your ears first and then let all the technical stuff catch up with your ears, you're going to be in a much better position than if you do it the opposite way. So if you're looking to stay terrible at music, ignore learning with your ears. Second way to stay terrible at music, never get deep enough on a topic to actually have it come out in your playing. What you're going to want to do is work on something for a day, and then when you don't see the benefits immediately, jump to something else. This is an awesome way to stay really bad at music. If you only scratch the surface of a subject or a concept or a player or a piece of vocabulary, you could pretty much guarantee that it's never going to come out in your playing when you're on the bandstand. So if you're looking to stay bad, what you want to do is you want to have shiny object syndrome. This means you're always looking for the next best thing, the next thing that's going to promise you that you're going to become the musician you want to be. And what you don't want to do is put your head down, block out all the noise, and work on one thing for months at a time until it actually appears in your playing and you actually start to reach a level of comfortability with a subject that you don't have to think so hard about it and it just naturally flows out of you. So if you want to be frustrated and feel like you're never growing, jump from one thing to the other every single day. The third thing you want to do if you want to stay at the level you're at is to stay inconsistent. So what you want to do is you maybe want to practice 2 hours one day and then don't practice for 3 days and then maybe practice 3 hours after that. Take a week off, come back, practice 7 hours, take 3 weeks off, and then wonder why you're not making any progress toward your goals. Learning new musical concepts doesn't require 8 hours a day, but it does require revisiting those same concepts 5 to 7 days a week. I would much rather have a student practice for a half an hour a day, but do it every day, than take the equivalent of that, which would be 3.5 hours a week, and do it all on one day. The consistent 30 minutes every day is going to be far better than the 3.5 hours one day a week. You're going to completely forget everything that you worked on when that one day a week comes around again. So if your goal is to not make any progress, stay inconsistent. Keep that 1-2 day a week habit going and you'll never see any progress. So now that we've talked about the 3 ways to be sure that you could stay terrible at music, I want you to flip those around in your brain. We've identified 3 problems. Now you have 3 things that if you do the opposite of, you will start progressing at a rapid rate. Now the cool thing is you can use this inversion thinking in any area of your life. Think about eating, relationships, school. You can literally apply this to anything, but I find it really helpful when it comes to studying music. All right, thanks for watching. If this helped you, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and we will talk to you soon on another video. Bye everybody.